Putin's so-called friends during the career, American presidents and other world leaders. Welcome back. Today we're delving into the intriguing and sometimes controversial alliances of one of the world's most influential dictator, Vladimir Putin. Brace yourselves as we uncover the complex web of relationships he cultivated with some of the most prominent figures in global politics. Prepare for a deep dive into the political maneuverings and strategic calculations behind Putin's so-called friendships with American presidents, European leaders, and other world politicians. But before we unravel these diplomatic mysteries, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our insightful analysis. Let's unravel the enigma of Putin's alleged alliances. Vladimir Putin, the enigmatic figure at the helm of Russian politics, has often been depicted as a master tactician in international relations. Over the years, he has cultivated relationships with leaders across the globe, some of whom have been notably from the United States and Europe. These alliances, however, have been steeped in political calculations, strategic maneuvers, and sometimes controversy. Barack Obama, the 44th President of the United States, entered office with a vision of resetting relations with Russia. Yet despite initial optimism, tensions escalated over issues like the Syrian civil war and the annexation of Crimea. Putin's initial warmth towards Obama can be attributed to his hope for improved ties and his perception of Obama as a relatively inexperienced leader whom he could potentially manipulate on the global stage. Hillary Clinton, as Secretary of State under Obama's administration, engaged in diplomatic dialogues with Russia. However, her criticism of Russia's human rights record and her support for anti-Putin movements strained relations. Putin viewed Clinton as a formidable adversary, yet he engaged with her diplomatically, perhaps in an attempt to influence U.S. foreign policy or to gauge the extent of American resolve. George W. Bush famously looked into Putin's eyes and claimed to have seen his soul. Despite early efforts at cooperation, tensions arose over issues like the Iraq War and NATO expansion. Putin saw in Bush a leader willing to engage in real politics, and their cooperation on counterterrorism and arms control demonstrated a pragmatic rapport. Bush-Putin Ranch Meeting, one of the most famous informal meetings, occurred in 2001 when President George W. Bush hosted Vladimir Putin at his ranch in Crawford, Texas. This meeting was highly publicized for its relaxed atmosphere, with Bush showing Putin around the ranch in a pickup truck and hosting a barbecue. Bill Clinton's presidency witnessed the chaotic aftermath of the Soviet Union's collapse. Putin, then a rising figure, sought to establish himself on the international stage. Despite differences, both leaders engaged in dialogue, particularly on issues like nuclear arms reduction. Putin may have perceived Clinton as a leader he could negotiate with given his experience and pragmatism. 1999 meeting in New Zealand. In September 1999, then Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Bill Clinton had an informal meeting in Auckland, New Zealand, during the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation (APEC) Summit. While not extensively covered in the media, this encounter provided an opportunity for the two leaders to discuss bilateral issues in a less formal setting. Donald Trump's presidency was marked by speculation about his relationship with Putin. Trump's admiration for authoritarian leaders and his desire to improve U.S.-Russia relations raised eyebrows. Putin likely saw in Trump an opportunity to pursue his geopolitical objectives, exploiting the discord with Western alliances and advancing Russia's interests on the global stage. G20 Hamburg Summit, July 2017. One of the most significant informal meetings between Trump and Putin occurred on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Hamburg, Germany in July 2017. The meeting was originally scheduled to last for about 30 minutes, but extended for over 2 hours. Only Trump, Putin, U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov were present, along with their interpreters. The meeting sparked controversy due to the lack of an official note-taker from the U.S. side and the absence of a detailed readout afterward. The two leaders discussed various issues, including Syria, cybersecurity, and allegations of Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, APEC Summit, November 2017. During the APEC summit in Da Nang, Vietnam in November 2017, Trump and Putin had a series of informal interactions. They were seen conversing on multiple occasions, including during a group photo session and a gala dinner. While these encounters were brief and informal, they attracted significant media attention, given the ongoing scrutiny of U.S.-Russian relations. Joe Biden's presidency ushered in a return to a more confrontational approach towards Russia. Biden's criticism of Putin's regime and his commitment to defending democratic values clashed with Putin's vision of Russia as a global power. Putin may view Biden's administration as a challenge to his authority and seek to undermine his efforts, while also recognizing the needs for pragmatic engagement on certain issues. Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, has navigated a complex relationship with Putin, marked by both cooperation and contention. Merkel's pragmatic approach to diplomacy and her role as a key intermediary between Russia and the West have been crucial in managing regional conflicts and energy relations. Putin may have regarded Merkel as a leader with whom he could engage in constructive dialogue, despite their differences. In the intricate world of international politics, alliances are often forged out of necessity rather than genuine friendship. Putin's relationship with American presidents and other world leaders have been shaped by geopolitical interests, power dynamics, and strategic calculations. As the global landscape continues to evolve, the true nature of these alliances remains a subject of scrutiny and debate. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the president of Turkey, has faced criticism for his cozying up to Putin, particularly regarding defense deals and geopolitical alignment. Despite being NATO allies, Erdogan's pursuit of closer ties with Russia has raised concerns among Western partners about Turkey's commitment to the alliance and its democratic values. Xi Jinping, the president of China, has cultivated a strategic partnership with Putin, marked by mutual interests in countering Western influence and expanding economic cooperation. However, their alliance has also drawn scrutiny for its implications on global power dynamics, with critics warning of a potential authoritarian axis challenging liberal democratic norms. Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria, found a staunch ally in Putin during the Syrian civil war. Putin's military intervention in support of Assad's regime drew condemnation from Western powers, exacerbating tensions in the region and fueling humanitarian crisis. Their partnership has been criticized for prolonging the conflict and undermining efforts for a peaceful resolution. If you found this analysis insightful, remember to subscribe to our channel and like this video for more content on global politics and diplomacy.